recording on. I want to welcome you all to our meeting today. So glad you could make it. So glad you're here. And I just want to mention, I don't know if any of you saw the metaphor in what just happened. Jackie said, oh my God, I've been waiting to do that for a year. I didn't know how to do it for a year. And she asked one of us and it was done. So what we think is going to take a long time, what we think is going to be hard, might not be. What if the things that you've had difficulty with about developing the different aspects of the framework for your course in terms of promoting it and the content of your course and the way you roll out, what if those things that you think are difficult might not be as difficult as you think? What if it could be like this? How would that change the way you feel about stepping forward and doing some of those things that are like, I don't know about that. So just something to think about, just something to think about. So today we are expecting some new people. And as you know, because we all know each other from the last several meetings, they are not here yet. So what I want to do is I want to jump right in and I want to ask everybody to just, say a few words about how everything's been going, if there's anything that you've been successful at doing, or if there's anything that you're still working on or something you need help with. So anybody
Actually,
who wants to start.
Before we jump in, if it's okay, I think someone is celebrating a birthday today. So can we wish him a happy birthday?
Oh, sure. Why don't you take over? Take the lead on that one, because I'm not sure who you're talking about.
Well, Ashitij, if I'm saying his name right.
Thank you so much.
Since we're friends on Facebook, it popped up that today is his birthday. So I just want us to wish him a happy birthday.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been lovely.
We could try to sing, but I don't know how that would work.
No.
It would probably go badly on Zoom. He's one of the new. We're so happy to have you celebrating your birthday with us.
Yeah. So am I. I mean, it's lovely to meet all of you in the past 2 weeks, and thank you, Joan, for taking that initiative. Again, I keep saying thank you to you, but it's really a great initiative that we are all on the same platform, and it's lovely how giving back and helping makes you feel content and fulfilling. So yeah, I mean, that's something we have actually communicated over emails on very short notices, but yeah, that's something which we have done. And thank you, Ani, for bringing that to notice. Thank you for wishes. I'm kind of blushing now, but yeah.
We're all
anytime. See, if you were here, I would bring out the vodka and we'll celebrate, but you're not here. So I guess I just have to drink myself as soon as it gets to 5 o'clock somewhere.
Everyone have a drink on me at your place.
So happy hour somewhere.
Somewhere.
So I want to ask, you're very welcome. I want to ask a favor. Please don't chat during the during the group, because if you do, it shows up and it blocks people's faces when they're talking. So if you have a question for one another, just write it down and then either connect one-to-one later, which I highly recommend, or, find a way to bring it up in the group if it's something that other people might need help with. I mean, I know that you're trying to help each other. I think that's great. It's just that sometimes someone's talking and the chat comes up and it's blocking someone's face. Okay. So thank you for that. So we have a new person with us today who is here in profile so far. And Andrea, are you here?
I am. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm great. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Andrea.
Hey there, Andrea.
Welcome. Would you be comfortable coming on camera so we can see your beautiful face?
Oh no, not currently. I saw the message and I jumped on real quick. So no, not this Friday.
Okay. Hey, Nirmala. So glad you can make it.
Not yet.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
She's still connecting, so.
Okay, no problem.
Joan, just to let you know, if you actually click on the chat, so then the chat box opens up on the side, so it doesn't matter who types anything, it's not gonna cover anything or anyone.
All right, well, I have it up, but how do I get it on the side?
It is on the side. When you click on the chat, it just opens up on the side. Then everything stays on the side.
Do you see it in the middle of the screen? Because in my screen, it's right in the middle, blocking three people's
No.
faces.
But
If
you
you
can
have
move
the
it.
window, if you have the window expanded, you need to shrink it.
Double
Like,
click on
not
it.
use full screen, and then you can have it show up on the side.
Oh, you know
Can
what?
we share?
I just moved it over so I can see it without it blocking. Okay, as long as it's not blocking anybody's face.
No.
Okay, perfect. So Andrea, you are our first new member to join us today.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome, awesome. So can you tell us, can you introduce yourself to everybody and tell us about yourself?
Oh, sure. Hello, guys. My name is Andrea. I am I'm listening in from North Carolina. I'm actually originally from Louisiana. And yes, I do love my spices. I have been working in the mental health field for about 2 years now. So I'm a social worker.
Nice.
And I'm recently married. And that's about it.
No. There's a very big
What do you-
piece. There's a very
What do
big
you
piece.
wait?
No. There's a very big piece you didn't mention. Come on.
What piece was that?
The conversation.
Oh, okay, yes.
Oh.
Well, you know what? I'm so used to giving out the personals versus the other. So I am a host. I do have a show that's live on Facebook and YouTube, and it's called The Conversation. And on The Conversation, I created that platform because I wanted a space where individuals could come and share about their journeys. They could be open, they could be transparent, and then it could also be a platform where we could just be vulnerable in the moment, but allow it to help someone else along their journey. We listen to a lot of people who have big platforms, and I believe we also need to listen to other people who don't necessarily have platforms or who don't necessarily might not be a speaker, so to speak, but yet they still can share their journey to help someone else along their journey.
Excellent. So glad you shared that. Is there one other small thing you want to mention? Come on. It begins with a P and it ends with a T.
I have a podcast also called You
Yes.
Can. I have a- well, I guess I will. Okay, I have a lot of different pieces about me. So I also have a podcast which is called You Can, You Will, You Won, and you can listen to it on different platforms as Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify. You can definitely find it. And I'm here to learn. Did I cover all pieces?
I certainly think you did now. Those are two very important pieces of what you're doing. I mean,
Well, thank you.
obviously being a social worker is very important. I'm one, so I know why it's important, but also that's a very important piece of what brings you here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, glad you could jump on and get on, and we're really happy to have you here. Let's just go around and say a few words about who you are. The bios that everybody sent me, the intros, I will be updating as new people send me information about themselves. So if you're new, Andrea, you'll be able to find out more that way. But just for Andrea's benefit, if you can just say a few words about yourself and also what you're working on, anything you need help with, any success or exciting things happening. And anybody who wants to can just jump in. Unmute yourself and jump in.
I can go first.
Two Jackies. Good. Okay, you go, Jacqueline. I'll go after you.
So my name is Jacqueline Volcano. I live in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I've been an English as a second language instructor for 18 years and left in May, and currently job searching. So I'm working on creating courses for English as a second language instructors for adult education to implement technology and language exchange programs. virtual language exchange programs, and potentially tutoring online for private students. This week I was looking, yesterday I looked at Amy's packet for growing your email list. And so I looked into quite a few Facebook groups, but like most of them are English teachers looking for students kind of thing. So I don't know how Facebook will be too helpful. And I looked into a couple professional ESL groups that I'm a part of. So I might try to get into those more frequently to offer advice and help in that way. I was researching platforms for courses. So I was looking at Podia and Kartra. I really like Kartra. It's all in one, but I have a fear of like trying to grow my list and then I'm not selling anything and it's going to be too expensive to maintain. So I don't know if having things separate with your courses here, your email website, your email service here, or having it all together. So just finances in that part. I looked at a few social media schedulers, Metigy and Buffer, and I've used Hootsuite before. And then I also looked at Airtable and Trello for planning out content and just trying to figure out how the planning and scheduling kind of come together. So any help on that?
Any feedback about what she just said? Wow, you did a lot this week.
Jacqueline, just because I can't send you, John, you may want to like think about in a chat, you can allow us to send private message to attendees. Now it's not allowed. I was going to send her a message. Check out MemberVault. It's a platform that I use their free thing to host my course.
Yeah,
and they're great.
I've looked into that one as well. I just don't like the layout. Like,
okay,
that's just my personal preference. But I've used like Thinkific and the other one that Amy mentioned, but I played around with a lot of learning management systems. I just don't know of like the initial cost of starting out, if I can handle it.
What all are you in Facebook? What all groups are you following?
I just joined a few Facebook groups yesterday. I tried to look for groups that have over 1,000 members. And then TESOL is one major one for ESL instructors. And then COABE is for adult education in the Mountain West area.
Okay. Basically, you are looking for groups for English language students.
Not students, the instructors.
There are some groups for coaches, online coaches. Will that be useful for you?
Maybe. I'm just not sure if like what I'm offering is more for probably colleges and universities versus private English instructors.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that. I just want to let you know, Annie, thank you for telling me about the chat feature. I think it's set up so that now if you want to send someone a private chat with it, a recommendation, that you can do that. And if it doesn't work, you'll let me know. I don't know if it's working now. It's not. Does anybody know how to do it? I just went on and it said participant can share with everyone. Does that mean only the whole group?
No, with everyone. And no, just a second.
Has anyone ever changed the features on the chat while you're in a meeting? Does anybody know how to do that?
I think it's the initial setup, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
There must be a security sign. Just open that. I think there should be a participants can change. I'm not able to see it, maybe because I'm a participant now, otherwise I would have shown you. There would be a security option and participants can share with everyone and anyone. I mean, there must be two options for that.
It's not on the security badge on the screen. So I think
Not on the security badge.
I'm gonna have to set it up next time. So allow private messages. All right, that's good to know.
No.
Hey, Jacqueline, you did a whole lot of work this week. Good luck with keeping it up and finding the answers you need. I'm sure that some of the things that she shared are things you may be interested in talking about as well. And what I've started to do, I've started to gather a list of different topics people may be interested in talking about, and looking at platforms for the courses is certainly one of them. So anybody else want to jump in next?
Okay, I can jump in.
What happened
So-
to Jackie? She was supposed to go next.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she had to just step out for a minute. So I'm Hélène Enver. Nice to meet you, Andrea. Nirmala, you were there last week, were you? Oh,
Nirmala,
okay, okay.
your audio is
Okay.
not audible, I think.
Yeah, we can't hear you. So anyway, so I've do we have to present ourselves again?
Yeah. And
No
just
way.
check.
Okay, so I am on module 2 of the List Builders Society, and I'm just starting DCA with Amy Porterfield. So there's a lot of training going on, and I'm working on integrating all these different things in my business. So I've made great progress with the validation calls with my ICAs, and it was such an eye opener because when I posted my course topic, a ton of people reacted, and quite a few, there were like 19 people who said, I want in, let me know when you do it. So I reached out to them to offer them to ask them if they wanted to do a validation call with me. And they came from everywhere. Okay? They came from all around the world, which is different than my community right now is very local. Okay. So, and I'm basically teaching all year round gardening, like even in the winter, but there were people who reached out to me who are like down in Florida, in New Zealand, like in all kinds of countries and climates that are way hotter. But there was a chunk of these people that I interviewed that are actually very, like they've never grown a plant before. And I'm realizing that the course that I'm building is a spotlight course for much more advanced people. So there was this split there in the needs, and I feel like I need to really take care of those people who are newbies as well, to bring them along and help them level up. And this is where actually like smaller courses or workshops and things like that become super interesting, and they can be lead magnets for to gain more subscribers and grow my email list. And eventually these people might reach the point where they're ready to grow more volume of food. But anyway, that was really good. And I took the leap. When you have a website and everything is stable and working and you're like, don't want to change anything because what if it crashes? Especially that I do both, everything is done in 2 languages in my case. And sometimes there's like huge technical screws up between the English and French version. And I faced that this week. It was insane. I issued a new lead magnet, and it was an interesting concept because it was a course that was paid. I was paid for this course, to give to a nonprofit organization. And I convinced them to open it up to everyone so that there are more participants. And I used that to grow my email list. And so, the approach that I took this time is to announce that lead magnet at the very top of my website. And it worked. Like people signed up really quickly until the whole system crashed, but that's another story. So I was glad to be able to break down the go through the fear of making quick changes, the tech fear. All right, I'm gonna put down the microphone.
I got a question. Would you mind sharing your website? Because I'm kind of curious how you do the 2 languages. Because I've run into that, question over the past years.
Well, I use Wix as the platform. And so I built my entire website in English. And then I selected the multi-language option, and it created this, it's just a little box where people can select the language, and then it translated my entire website to French, and I just had to edit it, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. There's some alignment issues and things like that, and you have to make sure that the desktop version and mobile version work well in both languages. But it's so quick. It took minutes, literally, to create the second language.
You're muted, June.
Thank you. That would help, right? Helene, can you just tell everybody, just repeat again for Andrea's sake, what your course is so she knows what you're doing?
Sure. So it's indoor gardening, learn to grow your own food all year round. So I'm teaching people, you know, this one's going to be based on the indoor gardening aspect for people who want to grow from seed to harvest indoors, or who want to, you know, start their seedlings from seeds with the intent of planting outdoors for 4 seasons, which is kind of rare in my climate. You don't see that a lot.
And tell her, where are you from?
I'm in Canada. I'm in the province of Quebec in Canada.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to keep moving on, and I don't want to like rush anybody, but I'd appreciate it so that we have time for a discussion about other things we'd like to talk about today as well, including some of the things you bring up. Just if you could say what your name is, where you're from, and just a little bit about what you're working on, including the challenges, that would be great.
Okay, I'll go. Hey, everyone. Happy to be here. Ani from Los Angeles. And I actually did a couple of upgraded couple of pages on my website, which I love. It was very exciting. But I am working on my lead magnet, and I've been really slow going through the list builder thing. I'm still stuck on my module 1, lesson 2. I mean, I filled out the questions and I know my avatar. So I need to go through the ICA, what the call, whatever thingy. So that's my challenge for this coming week. I got to work on that, but I definitely have to finalize recording my lead magnet. So that's where I am.
What is your lead magnet?
It's a video I'm recording.
Okay. You have so much done on what it is you're wanting to do. I'm so excited for you to get that out, and we're here cheering you on. That's great.
Thank you.
Sure. Just pop on in, whoever wants to go next.
Shall I go next?
Sure.
All right. Okay, so I'm Indu. I'm from Sri Lanka, and I am I'm not following Amy's course, although I'm following a similar and a different one. I got some time ago, and right now I'm trying to convert one of my live workshops into a course. And I got some really valuable feedback from Joan. Thank you so much. Though they make really good sense. I couldn't reply to you, but they make a lot of sense regarding the freebie that leads up to the paid one. So so that gives me some more ideas. I mean, gave me some more ideas to have some additional components apart from the main course. What else I should be doing. So I haven't started recording yet because this week I'm working on something else. But next week I plan to put everything into a proper format. Do the slide deck, start the recording, fingers crossed, be able to finish it within the month. Thanks.
Sounds great. So I'll go next. So I am Joan Stensler, and I'm a tired person. I've been doing so much work the last few days. My brain has been waking me up early in the morning, and I'm excited about what's going on. I'm a motivational speaker, a communication specialist, and an empowerment coach for women and others, women and men, but mainly for women. And I have been doing a bunch of things. What I'm doing is I'm allowing my intuition to guide me to where I am needing to go next. And I was in the boot camp and found it quite helpful. I also found that the steps that she gave us in the boot camp didn't always work for my intuition. And so I tried to make them work, and then it didn't. And then I thought, you know what, I just need to follow my intuition and then see where it takes me. And it's been taking me to some really amazing places. What a beautiful child you have there, Helene. A cameo appearance from Quebec. Anyway, you don't have to get off camera. It's okay, no problem. Anyway,
Yeah.
what I've been working on this week, I am not in Digital Course Academy. I'm focusing on a couple of things. I have a similar journey right now as Helene. I actually was looking into a different teacher before I found out about Amy's boot camp, and I really like this teacher. And guess where he's from? He's from Canada, for those of you in Canada. And I'm going to be starting a course creation program next week with him. So, but a lot of what he's doing is very similar to what she's doing, and just the essence of it. So, and what I've been working on through the List Builders Society, which I hadn't finished, I'm working on identifying and narrowing down my ideal client. And what I decided to do the other day, in the midst of my surge of creativity, I just sat down and I wrote down all the different words that describe the people that I'm working with. And I came up with this really long list. And then from that list, I thought, wait a minute, there are things that those people like to do. So I wrote down different things that they like to do. Like they like to do yoga, like they like to do meditation. They're people that are focusing on healthy living, and they're focusing on nutrition, things of that nature. And so then when I looked at it, I got very excited because I realized that now I have some places that I can focus online, some groups online on Facebook and other places, which I will be working on as well, to really get into certain groups and to begin conversations and get to know people and to really start forming relationships. One important thing I forgot to mention is that I am working on a program on courage, and I have a couple of working titles. Hang on one second, because I would like to be able to share that with you. I just need to find it on my screen. And as luck would have it, it's not here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you from my memory what it's going to be. The title will either be, a portion of it will be the title for my course, and part of it may also be the title for the lead magnet. As Amy has suggested, you can use part of your main title as your lead magnet so that you have them connected and people know that they go together. So the title I came up with this week is the following: When courage takes you by the hand, what will you do? And it's going to be, the lead magnet will probably be by that name, and I will be offering 7 really essential strategies for being able to think more confidently, speak more authentically, and act more boldly. And that's what I'm working on. Lots of other stuff on the side, trying not to feel overwhelmed by all the different things that are pulling me in many different directions. I don't know if anybody relates, but that's been my challenge, not getting distracted by how do I learn Instagram, and what about this and what about that. And so just trying to stay focused on what I'm doing now in the here and now. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Just take the mic.
My name is Jackie Surgener Gaglione, and I live just outside of Edmonton, Alberta, in Canada, where we have probably a similar climate to Ellen and Jackie. It's cold and snow a lot in the winter. It's been beautiful here now, but I know that we'll pay for it in a few months. So I have a leadership development company where I really want to work with women and nonprofits. So my big challenge around list building is Amy in her course talks a lot about Instagram, and I don't use Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn because I think that my ICA is probably more on LinkedIn than they are on Instagram. So I'm just trying to sort that out. But this week I've been working on a new lead magnet on why does your meeting suck so bad? So I may come up with a different title, but you know, meetings are a waste of time. They don't have to be, right? Something like that, right? So, Ellen, you like that, right? So I put a question out on my personal about what do you hate about meetings? And let me tell you, I heard a lot. So I pulled them into 3 themes, and I have it kind of outlined. So I just have to do that, and eventually I will take that into a course. So here's the stuff. Oh, Ellen, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, Ellen, we'll talk, because I also do stuff around building strong teams. We use a tool called DISC profiles, which is like Myers-Briggs, but like way better. And it just talks to you really about how to understand each other so you can communicate well. So yeah, Ellen, we can talk. So anyway, I'm just working on redoing my lead magnet, and once I do that, then I'll probably convert my website a little bit to a commerce website where people can download, and I can put banners and some pop-ups on. I just been holding off because I'm like, what am I going to pop up? And working on, I watched a really good, I have my website's on Squarespace, and they keep implementing these new things. So I watched a webinar, and I actually showed up and did it on Squarespace video about how to create little short videos that it pulls right from your website, and it's really quick. Like in 2 or 3 minutes, you can have like a 2-minute video done about things, and it will do an automatic voiceover and all kinds of things. And I'm like, oh, so that'll be my things to learn.
Well, thank you for your enthusiasm. I love that. That's great.
Hi, everybody. So I'm Jackie. I am in Winnipeg, so I'm up with Jackie and Helene in Canada. And yeah, it's really nice here now, and it'll probably snow next week in Winnipeg. That's kind of what happens with us. I'm in DCA, and I'm also in the list building course. I am, some days it's great, and other days it's like completely overwhelming. So that's the techie side. You know, I'm trying to create a lead magnet. I'm thinking it's going to be a PDF. That's probably my first lead magnet, but I love the fact that Andy's doing a video, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should do a video. So, I mean, there's lots of opportunities, but I think it's the, you know, that fear of the social media. And I mean, I've voiced that almost every comment I make is like, oh my goodness, I'm sinking in this Instagram and Facebook. So for me, I just kind of need, I just need that direction to start that platform. What does that platform look like? I have a lot of content. I just, you know, it's the struggle of what is the process, right? So what's the first thing to do, and then what's the second thing, and just following the process, you know, gives you a goal, gives you an outcome that you can meet. So I think for me, even doing the boot camp, like there's just so much information, and sometimes it can be really, really overwhelming. But really just kind of waking up a little bit earlier every morning to tackle, you know, another module or another chapter or whatever I need to learn, or another webinar, you know, because I'm really confident with my end result, and that's creating a course specific to women and exploring those deeper issues of self-worth, and really, you know, fulfilling that purpose in life, and what does that look like, and how do we get there? So that's that transformation of multiple areas of shifting within your own body and within your own mind and within your own environment. So So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm a therapist up here in Canada. And I think that I'm actually transitioning into a coach, and that's probably going to evolve next year. But right now I'm just wanting to get up onto that social media platform and have some type of presence. So all of your ideas, I'm just like kind of tagging along and taking all this info in. So thank you all so much.
Great. So can I go next?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm Dipanjali. I'm from India, New Delhi, and I've been. This is my second time in this group. So I am right now, basically focusing. First of all, this week I ended up, creating. First of all, I was going very, fast, rushing to making a course and doing a lot of things. But then I stopped, and I'm right now working on why, on my why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. So I've completed that, and now I'm working on my dream client. So all that I'm doing at the same time, I'm also creating. I've created my lead magnet funnel. So I create funnels. I'm creating funnels all the time. I'm right now creating a funnel for onboarding my clients. So these are the few things which I'm working on this week, and I'm sure I'm going to be working on this next week also. So a lot of things I'm working on right now. So I create funnels in case anybody needs any help or any, I can help you with that. Sure.
So thank you so much. And funnels has definitely been something we've heard a lot of interest in. Just want to mention to you, I don't know if you're aware of it, your sound is a little bit hard to hear, Dipanjali.
Okay.
It's a little bit tinny. So I don't know if it's your connection or the mic or whatever, but clearly we want to hear what you have to say. And I hope everybody was able to hear what she said. So funnels is on the list of things people have said they're interested in. And,
yeah, so I have a few steps. I've created, 4 steps which are required to create a sales funnel for coaching business that I can share with all of you.
That would be wonderful.
Look at the bright smile of everyone when they said that.
Let's think of what it would be like if we were in a group of people, friends, family members, and you said the word funnel. Everybody would look at you like, what?
What
But everybody here uses the word funnel, and they're like, funnel, yay, funnel. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, not many people know about the word funnel. We know because maybe we were in boot camp. That's why we know about it.
And for those of you who may not know what a funnel is, we're going to talk about it, right? So don't worry about it. But by the way, for those people that are newer, that are starting out, or that are earlier on in the process, let me assure you from my own experience doing a ton of marketing trainings and workshops and webinars, that the best idea is to just take what you remember and then focus on what you need to do. Because if you try to keep track of everything that you're learning and everything that everyone is saying, if you're not at the point in your development of the program you're doing to be able to implement that, it's just something to say, I'm bookmarking it and putting it aside. Because otherwise your brain, could feel like it's going to explode with all this information.
I was doing that, John, I was doing that, but now I'm focusing on one thing at a time. That's the best.
That's great. Okay, who else hasn't shared yet? Feel free to jump in and tell us who you are, what you're doing.
Shall I do?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Nirmala, go ahead.
You guys can hear me? Okay. So my name is Nirmala and I'm from Canada as well, in Ontario, and we're like 12 degrees now. So it's about time to turn on the heat in the house. I have been working a lot of hours because I work part-time at 2 different hospitals. And I haven't been able to actually devote the time that I need to get where I want to go. I'm doing the list building, and I'm still following the steps of the 30-day boot camp with Amy because I find that to be very, very helpful. And when I was listening to your ideal customer avatar, she said something that really resonated with me. She said that your customer avatar could be a younger version of yourself. And I think that's where I want to start, because dealing or helping women with cultural disconnect, a lot of obligation that we don't even know where it began, but we are expected to abide by them. And women with negative self-talk and limiting belief, I was one of those until I realized that being true to yourself is the way to go. And it opens so much doors, because you're following your intuition. So helping women really find their light in society is what I would like to do. And getting to that customer avatar and working through module 1, I'm in the process of going into different Facebook and IG account of people that's authoritative in the field. And again, time is of essence, and I haven't been able to devote as much. So I would come home and I would listen, but I wouldn't get time to make notes. And can you visualize sticky notes all over the place, like how Amy Porterfield talked about that post-it note party, where my thoughts are scrambled all over the place. And soon I'm going to be able to put these in order. And I know that I have a course there. I know what my lead magnets are. I just need to pull it together. So the problem, how I'm going to solve for it, and the courses or the lessons within the module, it's all there for me, but I haven't been able to see a bigger picture of it because I haven't really put it down on a sticky note the way I want to visually see it. And that is where I made the decision to actually step down from one of my positions so I can use that time as if I'm getting up and going to work every day and devoting it as a business to start my business. So that's really where I am right now. I'm working with someone on October 7th to help me build my website because I want to build it on WordPress. I know Amy gave us step by step, but I am really technically challenged because there are so many decisions that I need to make when it's asking me as I go along, and I'm not sure which is the best decision. And I'm hearing from all of you guys, and I'm making notes, and I know the process. So soon I'm going to get there.
June, you are again muted.
Thank you. Again, wow, except now you can hear me. I think that's absolutely amazing. I really do. Isn't that commitment, everyone?
It is. And kudos to you, Nirmala, for that.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
That takes courage to step down and yes, clap. Okay, shall I go? So, hi everyone, my name is Kshitij, and I have been into the web industry for the past 1.5 decades now, more than 1.5 decades. I've been running my own digital one-stop shop since it's been almost a decade, so since 9 years now actually. So we have been specialized in doing the funnels and websites and softwares and digital marketing. However, we have niched ourselves to funnels in the past 3 years and the websites in the past 3 years. So yes, I'm more than happy to help you guys out on what the tech part of it. And anyone can ask me if there are any questions. So Nirmala, there are many. So just want to, I just want to say it out loud. Yeah, I just want to say it out loud that none of the platforms are completely 100% okay. There must be some pros, some cons. You just have to go ahead with it. It can be WordPress, Kajabi, Kartra. Every platform has its own strength, has its own cons. and it's okay perfectly, but you just have to start and roll it out. That's what the key should be. And I mean, I have been a copywriter and a funnel expert. I have designed funnels in ClickFunnels. I have designed funnels in WordPress as well as Webflow. So this is something which we have done. And I mean, more than welcome, guys. I mean, I love to hear from them. There will be a little, there's something in store, for you guys. I am working on something as of a presentation, and thanks to June and I, we discussed it, and we will be presenting it to you, and hopefully that will be very beneficial to all of you.
That
What is
sounds
your,
so-
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm good.
I'm not
thanks.
able to hear you.
What is your
Sorry, Sri?
course? What is your course idea? What are you working on?
Yeah, so I am right now doing research, but just to tell you the overview of my course idea, I will be doing a course on, there are 3 components: the copywriting part of this, how to design funnels. Now what I want to, I mean, I'm just niching it, designing funnels on WordPress, designing funnels on ClickFunnels, designing funnels on Kajabi. It can be very niche specific, very platform specific. And the one generic course that I have is the high converting funnel design, and how it can attract more leads and magnets, and how it can make your business on autopilot. So the niche part of it is, again, the funnels for coaches, authors, service providers. These are the
Wow.
3 main. That's again pretty much niche down for us. We're doing that.
Wonderful. Thank you. Has anybody not
Been left
introduced
out?
themselves yet?
Rick.
Good morning.
Rick,
Okay.
Rick. Let's cheer him. Rick.
Okay, I find myself in a group of counselors, therapists. I am a professional schizophrenic. I am an artist, and I'm also a software engineer. Is, I am a software engineer and an artist, and the brain just splits periodically. So about 10 days ago, when I started with Joan and the group and all of you, I was thinking about teaching art, making a course teaching art. I used to teach years ago, and 10 days ago, I just threw it all out. I had one of those magic moments when I'm sitting in meditation, and I said, no, I'm just going to quit and do it all over again. And so I paint portraits, I paint beautiful women, and I build software applications for large companies. And so I decided, no, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a book about writing a book and getting it published through the whole process. Now, that will eventually build a course for me. But at the moment, it's going to be through paid email newsletters. Strangely, yesterday, ConvertKit, Angel Marie, did a full almost 2 hours on creating your ConvertKit to build your email list, but doing it with a paid newsletter. Magic, the universe just sort of falls in on you once in a while and does good things. So my course will be built as I write this book. The newsletters will be condensed into a course. I'm not a big fan of going on camera. Maybe 40 years ago I would have, but at the moment, no. But I have recently been publishing a few short stories on Medium. And Medium is changing their algorithms like every social media outlet. And so instead of relying on that, I need an email list. So I just joined within this last 10 days the List Builder Society. So between the List Builder Society and ConvertKit, and yes, I do use ClickFunnels, but I figure I'm going to write the book. It's only going to take me 3, 4, 5 months, and then get it published. A friend of mine is already publishing on KDP, Amazon, and so I've got support, and I'm not a writer. I'm a storyteller. I've been known as a raconteur over the years. So I'm just going to take that and apply it, build the newsletters, and build a course out of that.
So how many months did you say you're going to take to write a book? I want to hear that again. How many months?
5.
God bless you.
Good job.
That is amazing. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, very nice. Nice to know.
So cool. So did everyone introduce themselves and talk about what's going on? Yes? Yes. Okay. So,
There's one other thing.
oh, sure, by all means.
I'm listening to you all. I'm in Arizona, and we had a cold front go through, so it's only going to be 80 degrees this afternoon.
Oh,
Oh my God, seriously.
oh, cold front.
A
What's the
cold front here, Rick, is minus 30 to minus 40. And last year it would stay for like a week.
It was freezing here last night.
Well, I'm sitting here in shorts during the day. I'm wearing shorts.
Hey, at least you have shorts on.
For all those of us who have seen those many videos of people standing up in a meeting with underwear on or something like that.
I had to make sure when I stand up, my camera is set up, so even when I stand up, you can see it.
It's funny.
I actually wore my blazer on one of my shorts.
So I have a quick question. We have a half hour to go. Would you like to do a 15-minute breakout and then come back and wrap up? Because I have everything set up for that if you want. Yes, breakout? Okay. So for those of, is there anybody who doesn't know what breakout is? Oh, you've got to go? Satish, you got to go?
No.
Oh, you
I said I have certain pointers, which I think after the breakout, I can share that with you.
yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I know we switched the time around, but it seemed like such a lively, spirited, and enthusiastic conversation. I didn't want to break the flow for everybody. Okay, yes, we'll definitely do it. So let me get us into breakouts real quick. Okay, now,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of, well, do you want to come up with something yourself? You'll just talk about what you're doing and chat and get to know each other. Yes.
In breakouts, we do that.
Yeah.
I mean, last time we did that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just was wondering if we should talk about a specific, if you wanted to talk about something specific. You know what? Let's just do it that way. You can talk about whatever you want. Obviously, you don't need my permission. Let me just get these breakouts set up. Okay. One of these days I'll learn how to assign people automatically. I haven't done that yet, but I have a list of people here set up already. So one is set up.
Go.
Thank you for helping me count. I appreciate it.
Most welcome.
Let's see, hold on. 2, okay, and 3 is whoa, wait a minute, what's going on? Oh, there's 12 of us. No wonder we have more than 4 rooms. I'm gonna have to add more. Okay, so Jacqueline and okay. Okay, so now we have, oh, there it is. Okay, so Son and Rick and Next is, okay. All right, rooms are going to be open. They may take a few seconds to have everybody get in. When you see the box that says I think it says you're invited to room 2, 3, whatever, just click the box and it'll magically whisk you in, and we'll be doing this for about 15 minutes and then we will come back. Have a good time.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. You look so pretty today.
Oh, thank you. And you're your lovely, cheerful self all the time. I don't know
Yeah.
how you do it with all the busy that you are.
Thank you. I'm not always this way, but when I'm doing something that I love, this is what happens. I love this conversation. And I think that, we're doing something that's just so worthwhile and so helpful to
Yep,
all of us.
that's right.
So because you and I haven't had an opportunity to just talk this way, we were in a group together with one other person. I thought I would join you today and take some time to talk with you about what's going on for you and what might be helpful, what we could,
Well,
what
I love that.
good. Are you
So
okay with this being recorded? Because when I go into a room, it's recorded.
I'm fine with it. That's fine. We all learn from each other, right?
Okay, good. You're now a celebrity. So
So,
what would you like to talk about?
well, I'm doing the module 1 still, the first set of the list building. I've given up on doing the starting from scratch. The starting from scratch is the one that guides me into doing my website, and all the technical aspect of it. And even though I said on October the 7th, I'm meeting with someone from WordPress that can help me build my website, I'm actually going to take that guy up on his offer. How do you pronounce his name?
I believe it's Shatish.
Shatish.
I think
Okay,
so.
I am going to ask him 1,000,010 questions just to understand if he can coach me through doing it rather than having to pay someone, because it's a 6-month commitment, but it's something that I am willing to do because I know it will get me where I need to go. So that takes care of the technical aspect, the website building. So I'm not going to focus on something that I really don't want to focus too much on. I want to focus on my content creation because I know that the story that I have and the purpose that I have to serve is bigger than anything. And I really, really want to get it out there. So I've been following, just like how you have your structure, I have my structure. And even though I said I will get that to you, I still don't want to send you something sloppy. And I haven't had time to actually work on it to finish my lesson 1 to 5 under each of the cubes that we have. And I find that every night, even though I'm supposed to get up 3 in the morning, at 11:30, 12, sometimes my wheels are turning and I'm actually writing in a book that I have under my pillow with all of these amazing ideas that I can't wait for my daughter to help me start putting on Canva. So I'm using the free Canva for now. And I've seen that you guys use Canva Pro. And I have to look into the cost of it because the designs does make sense. It looks a little more professional. But I have a question for you. My co-partner, like she's doing her self-development with Tanya Eliza and the HSC group. And I'm doing my personal development with you guys and with Amy Porterfield. But she was talking about buying these done for you stuff with Rachel Fellman. what do you think about purchasing done for you? Because we've been trying to create ours ourselves, right? What's your thoughts on that?
I've looked into a number of them, and I actually was looking at something yesterday, which was to help you. What was it for? It had something to do with social media. I hesitate because sometimes what happens is I'll buy something and then I'll get
And don't
busy
use it?
and I won't use it. The other thing is, even though it takes me more time and I've been developing different aspects of my business for many years, I like doing the design piece. So a lot of what I do on Canva, when I can, I try to find something that's a nice design and then use it and adjust it and modify it. But sometimes what I'll do is, well, so in answer to the question that you have, about done for you, for me, I haven't gone there yet because I want to try to avoid having stuff, sort of stored until I get to it. But if there's a way to see what it looks like, if there's a way to get a glimpse into what they're offering you, to see if you feel it really resonates with you and how the kind of look you want to use, that might be a good way to go. Are you talking about for social media?
Yeah, and I think that one of the reasons also that I'm hesitating is that I don't want to be one of those cookie cutters. Like, what if I buy it and it doesn't resonate with me, or my story, it doesn't fit into that look that they have, because I'm in social media on Instagram, and I'm stalking, like Amy say, the people in our field and what they're doing, and they all have this one look. And what it says to me is that even though their message may be individual, because it's masked with this one look, it doesn't resonate with me. And that's why I want to take the time to create my own stuff. So I wanted to know your thoughts on if you've ever went that way. So we feel the same way. And before I forget, my website is going to be Serenity of Your Soul.
Serenity of Your Soul?
Yes.
Beautiful. Do you have the domain?
Yes.
.com?
And I haven't done anything apart from that, but I wanted to really.
Serenity of Your Soul. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it
I love
resonates
it.
with me so much. And when I read your website, I had to give it to my son to read. And I said, "What do you think?" He's like, "Mom, if I didn't know Joan, I would swear that you've done this, because Joan, I can show you some writing. Oh my God, we are so aligned in our thought and in our purpose. It's amazing. It really is. And that is the kind of work I want to get out there. And I know that my clients are there just waiting for me. And that is why I am going to focus on putting in the time. I'm not going to focus on what I'm giving up, because I know it is going to materialize just the way I want it to be."
Wonderful. Well, if you want, let me put it this way. At one point, I bought Canva Pro. And I'll be very honest with you, I have never taken the time to figure out what the difference is between the regular Canva and the Canva Pro. I know there was something I needed to do, and I couldn't do it unless I had the Pro. And I said, okay, I'll just get the Pro. So one of the things I need to do, one of the many things I want to do, is I want to see if I can call them up. I don't know if they have live phone support. I do much better when I'm using a platform where they have live phone support, and I find it very difficult when they don't. So that's one of the things I'm going to be doing. But if you want to, we can set up a time one day to get together on Zoom, and I can go into Canva with you and show you some of the ways that I design stuff.
Oh, I would love that. And now I'll be having more time, right? So I love that.
Right. And because what I find is I like certain colors, I like certain shapes, I like a flow. There are some of them that I see out there, either YouTube thumbnails or the created Facebook posts or Instagram. They're very blocky, they're very male, they're very, very kind of corporate looking in a way. And that's not me. I'm looking for something that flows more. And so what I've had to do in my process of doing my website and creating a variety of different things for promoting my work is I've had to discover my style and figure out what
Right.
feels right to me. I had an idea. Let's see if I can find it quick. I had an idea. I had an idea for the for my YouTube banner, and I was working with a video coach who also does work in Canva, and he volunteered to help me create it. And he was very talented guy, helped me a lot with certain things, and I got to a point where I got as much as I was able to from him. But one of the things that I very helpful in some ways with video, one of the things that I really found to be quite helpful, and I'm going to show you this in a second. I had a vision for what I wanted my YouTube banner to look like. I found a picture, I loved the picture, and I wanted it to be my banner. And it took him forever to do it because he was trying to just say, here's this. And I kept saying, no, it's not for me. No, it's not for me. No. So I found
See,
myself
yep,
I found
exactly.
myself struggling with that because, again, if you buy someone else's stuff, either in a template or you're guided by someone who has a different vision of what things should look like, then it doesn't resonate with you, then it doesn't feel right. Here's my
Right.
banner. I found this picture. I thought it was
Okay.
beautiful, and I thought it perfectly illustrated the idea of your amazing journey. You're going on an adventure. You're going out there and you're doing things, some of which you don't know how to do, or you're not sure where
You
you're
don't
going to
even know
land.
what's in store, but there's this open field that you're heading into with faith in hand.
Right, exactly. So it demonstrated exactly what I was looking for. It took quite a while because using YouTube, it's a little clunky with getting things in the right place. Sometimes you put it in and it looks good, but then it doesn't work.
Right.
Anyway, so I liked that. And then I used some of what he helped design for me on the website, which you saw, the logo. I really like that script. It's really flowing and just really
Right.
pretty and
And the
expansive.
color is calming. I like it.
And the color is calming, and my preference with colors are very pretty greens and very pretty blues, and I like doing them together, green and blue. So the website is green with blue, and the YouTube banner is green with blue, although it's mostly green. So I mean, in terms of that, I would say what I'm hearing you say is that there's a part of you that wants to get it done quickly, but there's another part of you, a bigger part, that wants it to really represent you
Yep,
and reflect
exactly.
what it is that you want to
That's
be
most
able to.
important.
Yeah. So I think you got the answer about templates.
Yeah, right.
It
So
doesn't,
then I'm listening to, I think it's Joan or Jackie, talk about type form and all of these other things that I'm going to need in order to keep track of all these things. And I have to make a list of all of it, but do I need to focus on that yet, or should I just focus on my course and my lead magnet and all of that, the content, the core content?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you were asking. What did you say Jackie mentioned that you were wondering if you should focus on?
One of the girls was talking about, oh, it's the teacher that wanted to do the course, and she had all of these content creation platform, like type forms and stuff she was talking about. And I don't have any of those yet. Do I need to worry about that now, or do I just focus on my core content and putting together, my lead magnet and my course?
I think that's the answer. The second, what you just said. I think that's what, there's more than enough to keep you busy. And by the way, I know you talked about the website, which is a whole other longer conversation. I just want to mention before I forget, there is a way to quickly put up a one-page website.
Okay.
And then have a one-page website leading to your lead page. When we go back, ask Shatij about it, what he recommends you do, because that's also, A one-page website can also be considered a landing page sometimes because people land on it and then you can offer them your freebie or your lead
Okay.
magnet. You could
Oh,
do
that
that
would be
initially.
great.
Yeah, you could do that initially, but you'd have to ask him exactly how to do it. If you did it on a platform, let's say like Lead Pages, which is really wonderful. I'm on that platform. If you do it there, or if you do it through you might be able to do it through email marketing. Well, I don't know. Some of the email marketing platforms now allow you to build one-page websites. You could do that. Some of them will allow you to use your full domain, and some of them will require that you use their domain, and then the tail is going to be the name of your domain as a way
Okay,
to
because so
identify it.
far, all I've done is I've paid Bluehost to secure that domain name, and I haven't done anything since.
Well, then what I would recommend is that you ask about that when we go back, which we're going to go back in 30 seconds, and see what he suggests, because I think that that's a good first step for you where you don't have to feel pressured to like, I either have to do the website quickly or I have to wait 3 months or 4 months. A website doesn't take that long if you want to get something good up that's basic without having to have 1,000 fancy things. Someone working on websites will tell you that you need all of that and you really don't. Down the
So what
road, you might.
information would I have to put off myself on there so I can get working on that as well?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Do I have to put any information on myself there, like my bio and stuff, so I can get that ready and waiting to
Yeah.
be put on?
Yeah, there are some basic things to put on there. Definitely. We can talk about it further. But what I'm going to do is I have to leave the room because technically I can't assign myself to a breakout. I have to come in as a visitor. I'm going to leave the room and bring everybody back. And then when he starts to talk about it, you can ask him about that. So
Great.
wonderful talking with you, and I'll see you in a minute.
Oh,
Okay.
it was so nice chatting with you all one-on-one too. I feel
Good.
honored.
We'll plan on doing it again soon.
Yes,
Okay.
for sure.
See you in a few minutes. See you in a
Okay.
minute. Okay. No. I did the wrong thing. Hold on. Leave the breakout. Hi again.
Hi.
I love the confidence you are exuding from every pore of your body. I think it's wonderful.
Oh my gosh, thank you. You can see it, but I don't feel it all the time. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And I'm going to have to go to work soon. I start 11, but at least I'm in the office.
Okay, well, that's good. Good planning.
I know, right?
Back.
Hello.
So Nirmala, what is
Yes,
it you do? Work in a hospital? Sorry.
I am a food service supervisor.
Okay. Cool.
And I'm also a nutritionist and a diet tech. So I just stepped down from the larger one, which was a decision that I really had to make because it was taking up most of my time. And I'm going to be comfortable with this one because my kids, oh my God, they're the one that encouraged me. My son is like, Mom, I got you, because I'm a single parent. He's like, if I have to pay you every week, I will do that because I have been saving my money, but you have to go and do the wonderful things that I know you can. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. And
So
my
blessed.
daughter, she does so much helping, the cooking and the cleaning and stuff because she's in college. So we're the three musketeers forever. And you know,
Can I borrow her and the cooking part?
I know, right?
Oh,
So I am so glad that we're having this opportunity to get to know each other. I just have a question. I had promised Tej that he would have like 10 minutes. And I know that you, Nirmala, you have to jump off. Can everybody just hang out for 10 more minutes so to give him a chance? No. Okay.
Sure. Yes.
I gotta go too. Sorry.
No
Okay,
worries,
well-
no worries. It's just an introduction.
Well, you will definitely hear the recording. And if you have a question you want to ask him, then he can answer while you're gone and you can hear it when you hear the recording.
Yeah, I have about 25 questions. So I'm going to go through the recording and I'm going to listen to it, and probably a lot of my questions will be answered. And then, probably reach out directly and see what I
For
can.
25 questions, I do think I'll require to make a course now.
Okay, you guys have a great day. Nice weekend.
You too.
You too. Bye. Take care.
Take
Bye.
care.
I just want to say something real quick, okay? I've been doing this, other people have been doing it. I highly encourage you. If you found a conversation with one of us interesting, reach out individually and set up a time to do a Zoom, just one-on-one. So you have more time to talk, more time to share with each other, more time to ask you questions, and more time to help.
That's
Take it
right.
away, Satish.
Yep. Just a second. My mom's right. Sorry. So yeah. One thing. So sorry about it. So yeah, I'll start with the introduction of a high converting landing page. There will be a detailed presentation later on, but just for some quick pointers, I wanted to give you what a high converting page consists of. And can I share my screen?
Can I ask you a favor? Can you check your sound, because it's a little bit hard to understand what you're saying?
Okay.
And maybe you could especially enunciate, since there's some warbling in the sound, that might help.
Yeah. Am I visible, audible now? Visible. Is my voice clear now?
Yeah.
Yeah. June, can you enable screen sharing for participants?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got it.
Thank you. Just Is everyone able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm trying to do is, these are just useful pointers which anyone can find helpful. And this, and I'll just play. So landing page, a high converting landing page consists of 7 pointers. The first being unique value propositions. So what exactly is unique value propositions is what exactly is your audience is coming to get to you. So your headline should be good enough. Wait a minute. I'm not able to. Sorry, there's a technical glitch. Wait. Sorry about it. Wait. It's so embarrassing. Wait a minute.
You're among friends. Don't worry about it.
Yep, it's all good. We've all been there.
Yeah. What I'll do right now is, yeah, let me share it again. Yeah, I'll just keep it as it is for now. So the first point is being the unique value propositions. The unique value proposition of any landing page, that means it, whenever someone lands on your landing page, they should be able to make it very quick what your message is. So, I mean, I'll just show you an example. There is something called as, there's a Trello website. I'm sure most of you have seen this website. Yes, no, yes, yes. Okay. So the good thing about this website is, first of all, clear headline. Trello helps team move work forward with a subheading, collaborate, manage projects, and reach new productivity peaks. So this is very specific, and an image that relates to it. So this message of yours should always be very clear. Now, what a landing page is, what a UVP is not, it's not a tagline. For example, L'Oreal. L'Oreal is a brand. Its tagline is, because you're worth it. That is not your unique value proposition, right? Whenever someone lands on your landing page, out of 10 people, there will be 2 people who will be reading through it. I mean, that's the conversion rate. So your headline should be catchy enough and the subheadline should be specific enough that piques their interest. That's the first point. Visual focus. Visual focus is the image part or a video part that is relevant to it. As the audience will read through your headlines, there should be a relevant image connecting it. Again, the relevant image here is this. It shows collaboration in a way. Same goes for, there's another website called as Campaign Monitor. Again, drive results with unforgettable email marketing. Connecting with your audience has never been easier. Actually, this used to be different, but again, the relevant image is this. Okay, they have done the specifications below. Right. So that's where the visual focus comes in. The third point is our features and benefits. Features are something where, I mean, you should focus more on the benefits. Features are just what I can say as a window dressing to your content. People will come to you for your benefits. So what exactly can be a benefit? It can be autopilot your business, save time, save money. So that's where your benefits, so try to, I mean, compile your benefits, and that's where your audience will build through. They will come to you for that particular user experience and particular benefit, right? Focused call to action. Now, if you see all these pointers, you build up a story from here to visual focus, then benefits. Eventually, it's your call to action. Sometimes at times people do make multiple call to actions in landing pages. That is, again, depending on the product and services, but try to build up your content and then go with the call to action, because that converts much higher. The fifth point will be testimonial and partnerships. If you have testimonials, perfectly fine. Put them up. That gives the authenticity and trust factor. Partnerships, the technologies you use, if you are a partner with someone, your relative credentials, again, that will have your, that will be much more better for a high converting landing page. Give assurances and be there. So at times, give assurance means sometimes people say there is a 30-day guarantee or 30-day refund period. Whatever course or service you are giving, you have to give assurance to your client. So use the content in a way where you are making them aware that you will be there. You won't leave them in any way. So there is sometimes called as lifetime deals. Okay, this course will be available to you lifetime. If you don't like it, there will always be refunds. We are there for you. And the last and the most important point is the storytelling part. Forget the algorithms of Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anything for decades now. It's your storytelling and how you capture the attention of the audience. Your page should be peaking enough content. Your page should be peaking enough content to raise the interest of your audience, of your target audience. Again, the detailed step do includes the verify your ideal customer, verify your audience. Sometimes you give the name to your ideal customer. That's how you do that. So these are just introductory points of a high converting landing page. Hope that's useful for everyone now. And I will be sharing this pretty soon with everyone. And there will be a detailed presentation in the coming weeks, which I think Joan and I will decide. And
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Most welcome. Most welcome.
That was wonderful. I have a quick question. I know that you can build a website, one-page website. Nirmala actually had this question. She doesn't have a website yet. I know that you can use a landing page. Is it correct for me to say that you can use a landing page as a one-page website, or is it different?
Okay, very good question. Actually, there are multiple theories of landing pages. So landing pages can be first your home page. That's your one of the landing pages. In an e-commerce website, the landing page can consist of different product pages, right? If you see Amazon Amazon had different categories, different landing pages. They can run campaigns that can point to that specific landing page. So yes, landing pages. So to answer your question, landing pages are something that can be used for your campaigns, for your paid ads, right? So that anything can be your landing page depending on your goal. It can be your home page. It can be your direct post page. I have 5 different landing pages for my clients, because he wants to drive traffic from different kind of audiences. He has a split different kind of audience. So there are different campaigns for it. And we and there are 5 different campaigns pointing to the same domain with 5 different landing pages. Right? I hope that answers your question. If there is any further confusion, please let me know.
Yes, definitely. And it's a longer conversation that we're going to have. I'm so looking forward to the time when you when you let us know that you're able to do it, and we can actually really get into this in depth, and everybody will have a chance to think about what they want to know about landing pages. So everybody jot down some of the questions you have about it and just have them handy, so that when it's time to hear this wonderful presentation, which I'm sure will be really helpful, you'll have the questions to ask. As a matter of fact, would it be helpful to you or would it be too much? Would it be a bad idea for people to send you their questions so that you have an idea in advance?
What I'll do is I'll make a Google form and I'll share that link with you, and you can send that across. That way, I think it's a pretty unified responses that we can have. That's
Sounds
fine.
great. Sounds great. Well, thank you so much.
Sure.
And once again, thank you all for joining our meeting today and making this such a worthwhile and valuable time together.
Have a good one.
guys.
Good
Have a
weekend,
nice
everyone.
weekend.
Have a great weekend, you guys. See you next
Thanks
week.
so much.
Nice to meet
Thank
you
you.
all.
Bye.
See you
Have a good
all.
Bye.
weekend.
Thank you.
Andrea, nice to have you
Bye,
joining us.
Andrea.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for
Bye.
this wonderful presentation. Appreciate it.
Thank you. It was just last minute. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great weekend, Joe. Take care.
Thanks, you too. Bye.